Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with no makeup on because I have a very fun kind of little thing I want to do today where I want to show you how to create 3 different types of bruises using one single product, okay? I want to do kind of like fresh bruises to like ones that have been around for a little while. So I wanted to kind of go makeup free today so we could actually like really see it and it's not like a product on top of makeup, you know what I mean? Halloween is just around the corner. It's less than a week away. So I felt like this was a perfect time to kind of show you how to do this little SFX thing. Again, super easy. These are things that will take you just a couple of minutes. And it's honestly, it's kind of just like freeing to do. Like you don't really have to follow anything super specific. I just want to tell you kind of what colors to work with and how to make it look realistic. So let's just get right into it. So the one product you're going to need is a bruise wheel. This one is the Graftobian Severe Trauma Bruise Wheel, but any bruise wheel will work. You only need this product, and it's basically just cream products, and they're not as like intense as they look. You can see, I mean, you can obviously, like if I really go at it, you can really build that up. But these are just super creamy, they're light to use, and they blend like a dream. So I think it's going to be really good for people who are beginners. So yeah, let's just start with like, we're going to go with like a really fresh bruise. Like somebody just took something, like a baseball bat, just was like, right on. Let's do like the cheekbone, okay? So when you're working with a really, really fresh bruise, you're going to want to pretty much just stick with these colors right here. These ones down here are going to be for bruises that are a little bit more worn. They've been there for a little bit longer. They're healing. These are the colors that are for healing, and these ones up here are just for like straight up fresh trauma. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a shape of whatever happened. So I'm going to take my finger. You don't even need a brush for this, by the way. Just use your finger. I'm going to take a finger and I'm going to take that dark color because this is where the impact is, okay? That dark is your impact color. So just start kind of creating maybe a generic shape there, okay? And just take your finger and just kind of have fun with it. You know, drag it out. And just kind of go with it. The less precise it is, the better it's going to look. I've said this over and over again. The more kind of sporadic something is, the more natural it is. Because nothing that happens in like the SFX world is super straight lines, clear and crisp. The messier, the more natural it looks. So, and you just kind of want to build that up. Fortunately, this is really, really nice at blending, so you don't have to worry about like doing too much too quickly. Obviously the more you add, the darker it's going to be, and then that's going to add to like how fresh everything is. So I'm just going to keep building this purple shade up, and again I'm just letting my fingers just kind of find the pattern they want to use. I'm keeping a little bit of light in the center so it looks like it's kind of raised a little bit and it's not just like a black blob on your face. And I'm going to actually kind of take just the very tip of my finger, okay? And I'm just going to start adding little sections where it's really, really dark. And I'm not really going to blend those out. And I'm going to keep it more towards the center. Okay. Next, you're going to want to take the red, okay? The red shape. This is, again, going to add the kind of like blood underneath trauma. So, again, just start lightly. Use your other finger. I'm basically using this finger to apply and this finger to blend. And the red's going to go a little bit further out. The thing about bruises is you kind of want to make it like darker to lighter. But again, we're not going to be using any of the green or the yellow because that is for, it's like healing, okay? This is not healing. This is just something that has just happened to you, okay? And again, I'm going to kind of like really start adding those darker chunks. What I'm actually going to do is, it's funny because with makeup like this, you really want to keep looking at it and seeing if you want to like change anything. So like, I don't really love that it's super light anymore in the center. So I'm just going to blend it out just a little bit. You get like the generic kind of idea about the fact that like the darker, the purple, the red is like, it's really fresh. Something just straight up punched you in the face. So now you're left with like this kind of dark red purple bruise. So we'll leave that one there because I'm going to get really into it. And we're going to move to the next one. So I'm going to do kind of an under eye bruise. I'm going to take the purple still. And you figure when you get like a black eye, the darkest spot is going to be right here. Okay. Pretty much right underneath your eye is going to be your darkest placement. But you're not going to use any of the red. Okay. So we're skipping the red. We're going to add the purple right underneath your eye. And then we're going to go in with the green. Okay, and the green is going to act as, this is something that's starting to heal. And you're going to want to keep the green on the outer kind of edges and really blend that out because you don't want it to look green. But you just want people to know that, like, hey, this is starting to heal, but this is something that happened kind of recently. And the reason why I put the purple right here is because that is the impact mark, and that's where the healing is going to take the longest. So you're going to want to kind of blend the green out. Okay, and then you're going to want to take your yellow and take the yellow on the very outer edges and really use your fingers to kind of blend that out. But the yellow is going to be kind of like the furthest away. So like you see how you have your, you could even add probably a little bit more purple right underneath. Not as like deep as the inner part, but just kind of take it a little bit, add a little bit more to that bruise. Yeah, I'm actually going to add just a hair more. This is why you have to continue to keep looking at it as you build on it. Because the more that you look at it, the more you can figure out what you want to add. You know, the fact that I want there to be just a hair more purple to make this a little bit more real rather than so much yellow and green. See, that to me feels better than what we had before because there's a little bit more shadow and it feels more bruised rather than just like green yellow. You know, this is like stage 2. We have stage 1 bruise, again, went a little ham sandwich, and then stage 2 bruise. So when it comes to stage 3, this is where you're pretty much only going to stick to these colors. You're going to start with green first. And let's do it, I don't even know where. Let's just do my forehead. You're going to want to stick with green first. And just kind of like, again, create a little bit of an unnatural pattern. And then you're going to do yellow. So this is for bruises that have been around a little while. And what you're going to want to do is you're really going to, again, giant bruise. What you're going to want to do is you're really going to want to blend that out. Because you want it to be quite light. The lighter, the more natural it's going to look. So I'm actually taking my pinky finger and I'm just kind of like, you know, removing some of it. Even if you want to remove kind of the center, so it's just the outside edges. That bruise that's going to be around for a little while. This is one of those bruises that you hit something and 2 weeks later it's still there. So I'm kind of creating a shape with the green and then taking the yellow and blending that out. But it is going to be very light. So this is, again, just to create that, like, this is healed almost all of the way kind of bruise. So you have like stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. And they don't take very long. This one's probably always my favorite to do, is that like kind of almost, it's starting to heal. It's not as intense as like this first bruise, but it's not kind of as boring as this one. Stage 2 is always my favorite kind of bruise. But again, you want to focus on the fact that these colors are for super fresh impact, very new bruises. These ones are for healing bruises. You can use the blue. I feel like I don't use the blue super often in this, to be honest. These are pretty much the colors that I always kind of stick to. Yeah, I don't use the blue too much, and I don't really use the skin tone color, but these ones are healing colors. These ones are trauma colors. It's just super easy to remember. And they're really easy to use. They blend out like a dream, and you look like you got punched in the face. So if you do need a quick little tutorial for this Halloween season, I hope that this did help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!